So here we are, a few hours after the first race of 2019. So I guess just take us kind of through how your day was. Did you exceed or?
I don't have any expectations.
Okay.
It just feels great to be back out there, to be part of the thing. I don't have, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. I think I've turned this injury around about as quickly as you could turn it around. I did my absolute best with the recovery. I've been on an extremely short timeline to prepare for an Ironman, and so in order to do that, some things had to kind of suffer. So I don't have, super great high end. I just, I got to look at what's certainly necessary for an Ironman, and having my 400 plus watt intervals up to snuff is kind of not. It has importance, but it's kind of the thing that has to kind of suffer in an extremely tight build. So the race had a good swim. Probably the only race in my life that I'll lead out of the water. I don't know what the times are or anything. I mean, the courses are just so. Every year my times are like minutes different from each other. So this year is probably the longest it's ever taken me, but it's just a longer course. So swam hard, swam probably just a little too, and this is why I like racing, why I need to race more, especially short ones, which are kind of out of my wheelhouse, because I went out like probably just a touch too hard, and so yeah, maybe you get a second or two in that opening 200 going out really hard, but then in my opinion, in my case anyway, in the next 200 you lose more time because of hypoxia and having to let the system decompress than if you just took a touch off that opening 200 and then, swam a little bit more controlled and then not be as hypoxic and then swim better. So these are all things that you figure out as you race more. So this was extremely valuable for me to hear a gun go and to start to swim and to know, okay, that's maybe just a touch too much. So that was good. Sighting everything good. Had swim a good line. Felt good. Transitioned. Really wanted to do that. Wanted to just feel, get the wetsuit off, take the goggles. Just all these simple things that I've been away from racing for 8 months to just feel again, to get the process down. Out onto the bike, shoes are on the bike, helmet on, put the bib on, mount the bike, run with it. Now all these things, it just seems simple, but because I haven't done it for so long, I just felt a little nervous about it. So out onto the bike, my intention always was to just hold somewhere like kind of 70.3 pace. It's a 32 kilometer bike. And so that's what I did. I averaged 346 watts for the 32K. That got me 45.1 kilometers per hour. Not a super fast course. I mean, obviously it's decently fast, but you get 3-4 turnarounds, bunch of corners, not great pavement, mm-hmm. A lot of bikes, blah blah blah. So not, I don't think super great speed to power ratio, but still I'm happy with the power and the speed. And admittedly, I mean, I've been in better bike shape. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've pushed 400 watts for an hour or close to it. And I don't know if that's a reality right now, that if I could do that. It would certainly, if I did, it'd be a fall off the bike type effort. So I mean, you feel that when you're going up 350, 360, 370, if you're not able to do FTP kind of effort of 400, then you're getting very close to, if a 370 or 380 is your FTP, then now you're basically riding at FTP, which should be extremely difficult. So on the other hand, you know what I mean? I've done a lot of great longer efforts, and so I feel like, yeah, maybe my 30K bike shape's not in the best form it's ever been, but I am excited because I feel like I'm on the expedited Ironman training plan. So I am excited to get out there and go a little bit longer, because I feel like that's what I'm more adequately prepared for at the moment. So anyways, dismount the bike, leg over, balancing on the bike, jump off the bike, run with the bike, all things that I wanted to test. Everything went good. Socks on, shoes on, headband on, get going. All things I just wanted to run through. And then on the run, there's 4 loops, just over a mile each loop. And my plan was 1 lap hard, 1 lap easy, 1 lap hard, 1 lap easy. And I was actually quite impressed with the running. I think I was like 3:12 per kilometer for the first lap. And then I was what felt easy. I mean, you never can, when you go from a 3:12 and run easy, it's extremely difficult to run massively easy. So I think I was like 3:35 per kilometer for the quote unquote easy loop, and then another 3:12 or so, and then another 3:35 for the easy loop, for like average of 3:23 per kilometer. So overall, I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm most happy with the run, if you can believe it, because that's kind of the one that this is the first effort off the bike or off a swim bike that I've done since basically my last race. I just was extremely leery of doing I don't want to race in practice, and B, when you have a serious injury, I think you're just constantly afraid until you finally get over the fear. So I finally got that fear of the first race out of the way. And, admittedly my bike I wasn't nearly as happy with. I just think combination of being more prepped to do an Ironman at the moment, and as well, just starting the taper, I think will play a little bit of a role. I still biked 11 hours this week, so I've got a bit of volume in the legs. So now we're officially on the taper. 6 days until the Ironman, and I'm still a little nervous, of course, even doing the race. I mean, Ironman's a huge event, a daunting task for anyone. It doesn't matter what shape you're in or who you are. And so I still have a little bit of nervousness, but this definitely helps me to feel at least that I can still do it. And so, so I'm excited and I worked out a lot of kinks too. I mean, getting all my stuff together, remembering what are the things you need to race. It was good to go through that all. So this was a great experience, and something that, once again, I've said this before, but I need to race. I need to race more frequently, and because you just learn so much just about, you don't have to race the race like all out, but just getting into the race situation and everything, I just think is so good for your development, finding rhythm, so that when you do get into a big high pressure race, you've dotted the I's, crossed the T's, you're in your rhythm, you're like just another day, and then you push yourself to a new level. So I'm happy with it, and I'm excited. I feel like I couldn't ask any more of myself, to have a serious injury, get diagnosed basically on like April 10th or something. I think it was diagnosed. And from that point onwards, basically 3 months off of running, and, a solid 2 months off of any form of even resembling bike training, and no kicking, no like weight, all pull buoy / core shorts, to recuperate from that, and then to get back and actually think and be, somewhat prepared to do an Ironman, I think is about as fast of a turnaround as one could ask of their body. So I'm excited. I feel like I've done the work, and I feel like, I wish I had more time, but I don't. So that's fine. Let's decompress now this week, and then let's go get into the big game. Let's go play. I'm excited.
I'm back, baby. Feeling great.